Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to prune some ficus and we're going to see different ways of pruning on ficus that might be necessary throughout growth season. We start here with a Ficus benjamina. It is a clump style that I'm trying to design right now. So this was, when I bought it, I actually wanted to separate all those little trees in here. When I tried to repot this, I saw that they actually started to already fuse together here at the base. So I thought, why not make a clump style out of this? And something that I have not had on other clump styles, but which is very prominent on this one, are those little, I call them suckers, that are coming out here from the bottom of the trunk, which take a lot of energy that the tree should actually focus on the foliage up here, away from the tree. So what we have to do here is prune those back. So that's what we start with the first tree. We start pruning undesirable growth down here that is simply sucking away the energy of the rest of the tree, where it could use it more efficiently to actually achieve the design that we have in mind for it. And you can see it really grows all the way around here. It's very much down here at the root base. I think the problem here is, or the reason why this is happening, I had way more trunks still in here and I cut back those trunks, and of course they still have root system down here. So in the end they still try to come back by throwing out these little shoots down here, and these little shoots, if you wait too long, as you can see here, that can become quite long shoots. But in the end the growth here is not really necessary, because we want to of course show the trunk line. And we won't be able to do this with all this growth here. Here we have one tucked in the middle. This is not coming from a cut-off branch. This is a living branch, namely this one here in the middle. So it can also happen from these branches. Same here, but this we can simply take out with our hands. And here a tiny little leaf. But it's always good to cut this back in time, because the longer it gets, the more energy it saps away from your tree that normally it should focus on growing here. I do see growth up here, so it has not stunted it fully, but it could have definitely grown more probably if I would have taken this root earlier already. So what else should we do here? I'm thinking about tip pruning it also a little bit, or working on the overall design. So when we talk about tip pruning, of course, what I mean is taking out really the tips of all these little branches that this tree is shooting out. You can do this to stunt the growth, to have more compact growth again. It can encourage on ficus trees back budding, so that the tree will grow new growth from further down on the branches and on the trunk. And I think I want to do this. This one here, for example, is a bit laggy. I don't see a lot of branching out, so I take just one or two leaves here. That is more than enough. The same here, there's a very long distance between one leaf and the other, so we take that out. Same holds true for this one here. And that of course can be a sign that either the tree doesn't get enough sunlight, which it is in a windowsill, in a west-facing windowsill, so it does get enough sunlight. The problem rather was that it didn't have the energy that much to throw out new growth up here. This of course could also be done fertilizing, but I do fertilize this also quite consistently. Now we can still look a bit into really design flaws. What I see, for example, here is that we have crossing branches. This one is growing a little bit inwards, not really something we want on our tree. So we take this probably out completely, to be honest, and have this tree really more, or this branch here really more growing outwards, opening up the space here to be filled in, for example, with this branch, or like a back branch down here that can grow then a little bit inwards. All that is a possibility. Here from the pack a little bit. What I can also see is some dieback in branches, for example. We take out this. Also here, this tiny little branch seems to have died back, or is dying back currently. The same here. It's quite easy to spot on ficus if a branch is dying back, because it becomes very brittle. And normally ficus is extremely malleable, so anything that is brittle is normally dead when it comes to smaller branches. So it definitely cleaned up nicely this little tree by removing all the lower parts here. We have some aerial roots here that have died back, so I would also take those out when we're already at cleaning up here a little bit. Some dead leaves that have gathered here. So just some tree care while we're at it. And while we have it here, just all those little aerial roots that have formed when I bought it, but unfortunately didn't make it to reach the soil, we take those out as well. But it definitely cleans up the tree when you see the trunk line here actually again. And especially with a clump style tree, it can get so messy if there's a lot of those shoots coming out here from the base. So always take care of that. It just makes it look way cleaner. And this way the tree hopefully focuses the growth again up here. Maybe gets a little bit denser still. For this, also the tip pruning should help to get it a little bit more dense, and we will probably by the end of the growth season take another look at this tree, how it is developing. But I would say let's move on to the next tree. And the next tree I have here is definitely at an earlier stage. It is a little fusion project, so it is two trees that I'm trying to fuse together right now. I have let this grow wild and free since I started this project, and now it is time to at least give it a little bit of shape. You can see how fast a tree like this can get carried away. We're talking here about basically this growth season, so I think I started to do this tree in winter to tie it together, and since then it is simply a bush. Before you could really see the trunk line here when I wired it, and nothing of that is visible any longer, so we definitely can go in here a little bit more liberally, I would say, today, and really take out some of this growth. I don't see a lot of ramification. That's something we really want to achieve on this tree. So let's really start to quite freely take out areas of this tree first. For example, here in the back, we can take a lot out. What I will also do on the remaining leaves then is definitely give it a good flush with some water to take off any dust that has collected on here. As I said, we let this grow wild and free, so definitely it is time to take care of this a little bit more again. But for now, we continue with really cutting a lot of this growth back. Some of it is rather laggy. For example, here, I take this back to a node. Hopefully this will come back. If not, we do have enough branches on here. Here it is very dense, so we really need to first see what we have in here. So this is from this little branch down here. So definitely take out this branching. Here, take it back to one leaf. And there's a lot of downwards facing growth coming from here. So we might take out specific leaves or see if they're just trapped in a downwards angle here. Making sure we lift this all a little bit again. We come back to this, I would say. Here again, as I see, not really a lot of ramification. It starts to show a little bit here, so we'll probably take it back to this part. And we still have the top here. There's some ramification here. There's also some going on down here, so I think we can even go back to this part. And here, a little side branch we can also take out. So this definitely shortens the tree. Let's see if we still have anything that needs to go out here. What I also started to spot is, of course, those leaves that are very close to the middle. As this tree was so dense and so wild, they don't get enough sunlight and then they start to die back, of course. So this is somewhat of a diseased leaf. We can take that out still. Here I see the same thing, also on a downwards facing leaf, so we take that out. And a little bit of crossing going on in here. So we can definitely also take that a bit out. Simply also removing some of this growth here that is just too cluttered. Opening up this tree a little bit again. So yeah, I would say took out, let me show you, probably half of the tree when it comes to the foliage. But it definitely was about time to do that, because in the end it will benefit this tree when it can grow now more freely again. As I did with the other tree, I take one more look around to see if there's any dead branching. Of course, there will be, as I said, a tree like this that has been not really taken care of for a while and just let freely grow. You will have some dieback, especially in the middle, and so those branches we can remove. That will definitely no longer develop any growth. Again, just cleaning them. up here as well is benefiting the overall health of the tree. So they cleaned out a lot of the cross branching also. Here we still have some cross branching going on. To wire this out, we don't need this very leggy growth in here, so we can take it out. And that leaves us with some good starting material also for a branch structure in the future. What I would say, we have here parallel growth. I would take out the one here in the front, because here we simply have a little bit more growth on it. We might even shorten this at a later point. For now, we leave it on. I probably have to repot this also in the future. It is in a way too big pot. When I started doing this, it was actually 3 trees. One of them unfortunately died when I already had fused them together. So I had to remove that tree, and it left 2 trees in a pot that is way too big. But that also of course benefits the tree, because now that the root system is already developed, it grows a lot of leaves in here and it has the space to do so. But for pruning, that is enough. Quite severe pruning, simply on a project that is very early in the stage, where we can still go quite excessively. And that already brings me to the last tree, where we probably will be quite fast, because there is not much growth on this tree. It is a Ficus ginseng, so this bare root basically that has growth coming on top of here where the actual tree would have been. This is a non-grafted Ficus ginseng or Ficus microcarpa. So we do have the original foliage here that definitely leads to growth that is quite big. So all this foliage here of course is way too big to turn into a bonsai. You can shorten this and get smaller leaves by continuously pruning. I have let this grow freely simply to get an idea on how the growth pattern of this tree is. It is a bit weird. I have another Ficus ginseng that has a lot of growth coming from here, from very different growth points. This one has basically 4 or 5 major growth points, and that's all the growth we have. There's not really any ramification going on. So what we're going to do today is cut all of this very leggy and very big growth back to previous parts. And I would start anyway with this one here in the top. And I would say we go back to 2 leaves here, because there's not really any reason to keep this longer at the moment. We take it back to 2 leaves, and hopefully it will ramify from here, already giving us a little bit of branching. Here we have a smaller growth. The foliage itself is actually quite small, so here we can be a bit more thoughtful and leave on 2 leaves. And it leaves us with this growth that again just comes straight out of here. Those 2 leaves are close together, so let's leave them on and go back to this place. So yeah, it shortens the tree, it makes it look completely different again, because of course before it looks basically crazy the way it was looking. Now this is again back to start. What has happened since all this growth has happened is that we see a little bit of branching that starts to become woody, so there is development on this tree. However, as this is such an underdeveloped tree, it will take quite some years to really work with this as a bonsai tree. So there is not much we can do at the moment. It's really some smaller things you can do every couple of months like we did now. But as this tree is so early in its development, it is those little steps that take a long time in between that hopefully will result in something one day. But yeah, keep you updated on this, but probably not in the next couple of months, because as I said, there is always a long time between working steps on this tree. So I hope this gave you a little bit of idea on what pruning on ficus can look like on 3 separate trees. We did some tip pruning, we did some pruning of little shoots coming from the bottom that feed off energy of your tree that you could use better on in the foliage on top. We also took back an extremely bushy ficus we let grow wildly for almost a year now. And we have then here a different variety with a Ficus ginseng where we can do little work, but it hopefully has a big impact in the long run. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. And if you enjoy my channel, of course, feel free to subscribe to it. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.